Wachuma is love.
That's it.
And magic.
What's Wachuma for you?
Love. Only love.
What's Wachuma for you?
It's everything, and love, and meaning, understanding. It's self-understanding. It's peace. Yeah, it's a deep love of myself and life.
Hi everyone, this is Milagros from the Thank You Plant Medicine team. We're here with Sergey. He's also a member of the Thank You Plant Medicine team. And we're here at Huachuma in Cusco, Peru. I came to do a retreat, a Wachuma retreat. Sergey is a Wachuma shaman or facilitator, and he has this beautiful place in Cusco in the sacred valley of Los Incas.
So this is how we get new seeds. New life, ready to be taken by the wind and spread around.
Wow.
Have more there. Everywhere. It's opening everywhere now. This year is the most. Here's one more. Here, come. That's the capsule. That was a flower. So the flower dries and creates these capsules, and then the capsule opens up, and then you have many Wachuma seeds to seed the planet with love.
I'm so grateful to be here, and we're going to talk. I'm going to ask him some questions. So please tell us a little bit about you. How did you end up here in Cusco? What's a little bit of your story?
Well, I moved to Peru in 2009 after working with Wachuma for about 4 years. With my first teacher, Don Howard, who ran a spirit quest in Iquitos. He passed away in 2019, unfortunately. So I started to work with him in 2005. I started from ayahuasca, and then we had Wachuma. And this is where my path began, really. This is when I understood that my path in life deeply connected to plant medicine, and in particular I found that Huachuma was the medicine that talked to me most. So I've dedicated myself to serving this medicine since. So we're running retreats here since 2009, basically.
So you started with Wachuma, and then where were you living then?
When I just came to Peru in 2005, I was living in California. So I was coming, doing medicine, going home. California was my home at that time, even though I never felt as being home there. Actually, when I came to Peru the first time, I felt that my home was here. And I left my heart here when I left California back, and this is when I realized that my path is here. You know?
So you work with ayahuasca and with Wachuma, and Wachuma was like the call for your heart.
Yeah, that was very clear right away.
Right
You
away.
know, I had we started from ayahuasca, and it was good work, but I didn't feel like it was my path. I felt that it was one of the important plant teachers on my path, and ayahuasca with you forever. I mean, it really was. She is with you, and I have great respect. And we do also ayahuasca retreats here too. But personally speaking, as a serving medicine, that was not the case for me. For me, it was Wachuma right away. When I had the first ceremony, I knew that this is my medicine. This is actually me.
So, do you think ayahuasca and Wachuma, do you think they have spirit, like more than just something inside you, but a spirit, an entity that is alive?
Yeah, definitely. This is not just you. Plant spirits are real, and when you work with ayahuasca, peyote, Wachuma, the plants I know, you definitely feel the intelligence of the plant, and it's not you. You definitely can tell where is you and where is not you. So, it's a big debate about this, whether all this happening in your head or not. But the debate is not really for people who work with the medicine. The debate is for people who actually not working with the medicine, for kind of outsiders, for more like researchers and scientists who don't have the experience. That's why they debate. For me, there is nothing to debate about. I take the medicine and I see what's happening.
And the medicine talks to you, communicates you clearly.
Yeah, it's telepathic. It's not. It's not like a voice talking to you from the sky, like you see in the movie or somewhere. It's a telepathic connection. It's a communication through thoughts and feelings. So definitely I can see what is me and what is not me.
And can you tell us a little bit about how you feel the difference in the spirit of ayahuasca and Wachuma?
Well, they're very different, of course. Very different spirits, very different energies. It's hard to explain in words, but you definitely know what they are when you meet them. So, ayahuasca was, she's a difficult medicine to work with, and she's demanding, and it's an effort, which needs to be done sometime in your life. It depends. It's a call that you have to answer when you hear it. You don't do any plant medicine. You don't do just for fun, or you don't do just because somebody told you, or you see a post on Instagram and somebody saying like, "Hey, I just did it in Peru," and you think you need the same selfie, somewhere. This is the wrong way to do it. I mean, you do plant medicine because you feel a deep, sincere call inside of your heart. It's annoying that this is something you have to do. Even if it's difficult or scary, it doesn't matter. If the plant is calling you, you answer it. So, I'm not sure what was the question.
If you can describe the difference between Wachuma and ayahuasca.
Oh, the difference is a completely different energy. It's different work. Ayahuasca you drink at night, and it's more internal journey. It's things are happening more inside of you. Although of course, it's kind of other dimensional thing. It's like she takes you out of this dimension, puts you in another dimension. So another dimension has many different other things and beings and spirit, and she's a gate to other plant spirits. So she can open the door and allow healing to come through other beings, spirits, plants. With Wachuma, it's very different work. It's both. It's internal and very external, because we drink during the day, we're outside in nature, we're walking, we're interacting with the actual world, with the world of nature. So it's very internal too, because things are happening inside and insides, and all the understandings, but it's very outside. It's very outdoor medicine. Ayahuasca, you sit in Maloka, you protect it in the dark, so it's dark versus light, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, they're complementary medicines, you know. They're not really. Grandfathers don't compete. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they both do healing, and it's just healing in a different way. You know, they eventually, ultimately, they bring you to the same place of unity and peace and beauty, but through different gates, different portals. So, and ayahuasca is not for everybody, for sure, and it can be frightening experience, can be very difficult, but you have to know who you drink with, you have to be prepared, you have to maintain certain diet. I mean, there is steps that you can prepare yourself in order to ensure a safe, profound journey, you know. Although that can still be difficult, but that's the nature of the medicine. She's, you know, she's a purgative, so purging is part of the healing. So you have to be ready for that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be very profound and healing experience, and very beautiful too.
Yeah, because I haven't done ayahuasca, but I did DMT, that is like the same compound, and it was like an interdimensional journey to other lives and to my death, you know, and that was really healing because I returned loving my life because
Mm-hmm.
I saw my death, and at the same time it healed the frightening part of dying, but I was grateful for my life. With Wachuma, I was grateful for my life, not because I have to fight for my life or because I see death, but just because it was so much love.
Yeah.
With DMT, maybe at the end, I don't know if ayahuasca is the same, maybe at the end, you know, after the difficult part, but with Wachuma, it's like love all the time. It's like, I don't know, it's like, it's always like hugging you and loving you, and the connection with Gaia, you know, and you are here, but at the same time in like another dimension. No, it's like this dimension, but it is expand. You know, with ayahuasca, I think that ayahuasca is like another dimension, like extraterrestrial dimension.
Yeah,
So,
you can definitely feel that way.
and do you think that these plants has been put on this earth by some bigger intelligence for some reason, like to make us remember our divinity or something like that? That there's a plan?
You know, I speak about this in my second book, in Mexican Confession. So I will repeat it now so you ask. Just think from the whole universe, infinite universe, gigantic, endless, eternal universe. We have one little speck of dust. Literally, that's what our planet is in the whole scheme of things. Even on the scale of galaxy, we're non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the universe. So on this little speck of dust, there is life, which is extraordinary, and it's another conversation altogether. And in this little bowl of life, there are there are many life forms, but there are humans and there are plants, very different life forms, obviously, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened that there are humans and there is cactus, or there is vine or other plants that are so compatible with human psychology and physiology. And by consuming those plants, you have an extraordinary spiritual experiences that changes you and healing you and make you a better person. So what chance for this to be a coincidence? You know, that's kind of how I see it. It's like, for me, it's a certainty that there was a plan. Now, we can argue on whether it was planted by God or other, intelligent beings who started life on Earth. or it just happened through the forces of evolution over millions of years. We can debate that. This is like we can take sides here, but it's undebatable that it's not a coincidence that we coexist on the same planet and we're compatible to each other. That's that's like obvious. Obviously it's a synergy that has to happen. It's something that has to be completed for our evolution and for evolution of plants too, because when I take the medicine, I actually feel that I yield my space for the consciousness of Wachuma, but at the same time Wachuma yields its space for my consciousness to enter. So we're kind of sharing spaces. So I'm evolving by using Wachuma, and Wachuma somehow evolving by using me. And by me I mean people, not just me personally, but us as humanity. So these are the processes that I don't think that anybody understands. I mean, we don't know what evolution of plants means. We better understand our evolution, you know, but evolution of Gaia through interacting with human consciousness, I don't think anybody understands. You know, it's something we can just kind of guess and speculate, but definitely there is a relation and connection, and we are here for each other. That's absolutely, for me, it's just a fundamental truth, that we are here for plants and plants are here for us. And that's the point. It's like that we can take this conversation into all legality thing and all this prohibition, which is totally, you know, just stupid. You know, it's like nature is legal and there is no moral authority to prohibit use of plant to anyone. I mean, it's like the cactus was here forever before any politician was alive, you know. So how can one person come and say you should not take this? It's completely, it's totally immoral, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, it's immoral to think that something that is made in a laboratory, like pills, and that have side effects, can be legal, and something that came from nature and that makes you heal, for sure, it's illegal. It's so crazy.
It's insane. It's totally insane. It's inverted reality. It's like we are living in a completely inverted world.
Yeah.
When alcohol, if you read statistics, alcohol is the worst drug ever. I did a lot of drugs in my youth, you know, all I could put my hands on, you know, and bad drugs and hard drugs, you know. The worst drug I ever had in my life, in my, you know, youth, like 17, 18, when I was experimenting, this was alcohol. It was worse than anything else. I absolutely hated this. But I did it because everybody else did, because that's what we had at the time, you know. It's just whatever you do whatever you do.
And it was legal.
It was legal. And it always, 99%, it was ended with fights. You drink, you go to discotheque, you fight with somebody. It's like, it's aggressive, it's stupid spirit. And that's legal. And that's causing all the accidents, all the domestic violence, all the murder. Think about this. There is no other drug on this planet that you can take, kill somebody, and tomorrow you just don't remember this. Think about this. I mean, you just murder somebody, whether intentional or not. You're completely drunk. And tomorrow it's like, I don't know, I don't remember. And that's legal? This is insane. This is like totally crazy. This thing has to be completely overturned, you know, and tossed out, you know. Meanwhile, you have plant medicine that can make a difference immediately in your life. Immediately, within one ceremony, one day can make a difference. Curing depression, anxiety, suicidal tendency, that's just like on a therapeutic level, and there's so much more beyond that. But things that can help you with, you know, with destructive behaviors, and it's like toxic relationship, all the negative stuff that kind of makes your life hellish. That's illegal. Well, the question is like, why, you know, and
why?
Who does it serve, you know? That's there is a plan here too, you know. This is not a coincidence.
No, there's a plan.
There is a plan for sure
to make us sleep, you know?
Yeah,
Stay
like,
asleep.
exactly. It's like, you know, the Matrix doesn't want enlightened people running around and, you know, telling others to you know, debug and unplug. That's what it is.
And to live a healthier and more connected with nature life.
Yeah, because there is no money in curing people. Like there is money in hooking you up for the rest of your life on some antidepressants. There's plenty of money in that, you know. Or, you know, cancer. There is no money in curing your cancer, but, you know, radiating you and killing you with chemotherapy and sucking all the money from you and your family while letting you die in horrible death. That's good, you know.
So sad.
It's yeah. I mean, it's worse than sad.
And why do you think that this plant medicine has such strong healing powers?
You know why? I don't know. I just know it does, and I don't know how it works either. You know, I had Wachuma over 1,000 times over 11 years of serving it, and I don't know how it works. It's like I know it does. I know the medicine. I know the process. I know the feeling, but how it's actually work, I don't know. It's like there is no science behind it. You know, it's a mystery. It's just something happened. I can tell you what I think is happening, but even that is like on the surface. It's like it's just very surface level. Like I can tell you how I feel. So when I take the medicine, I feel like it has, Wachuma in particular, has a direct influence on your central nervous system. You feel it. You feel it, complete relaxation, complete reorganization inside, complete reset. It's like you're reborn. So the state of serenity and tranquility is just like no others. It's like just total peace. I also see that that's how I, you know, that's what I feel, that it somehow it recalibrates your brain chemistry. How, I don't know. It just goes into your brain, does something, and things, you know, come to order again. It's like reordering. Like if you had some leakage of serotonin or whatever, that was chemical disbalance in your brain, that you were kind of feeling depressed, it kind of seals it off. It kind of stops the leaks. And actually, I can share something really, you know, specific in that, talking about this. So I had one guy who had, he was like in his 60s. He had some brain leakage. It was a dangerous thing because it was some kind of a blood was leaking from somewhere in the brain and was like crystallizing, and this was creating serious migraines, and the surgeon was suggesting to do the brain operation, basically cut off his skull and take it out, because he said if not you will go blind and you will die eventually. So he was very depressed. I mean, obviously you don't want the skull to be cut with a chainsaw, you know. So he came, and it was one ceremony, and he explained me and said, look, I just tell you what I feel, you know. I think you need to take this strong medicine. It's going to be, you know, long journey, but you need strong medicine just to see how we can help you out. Like he said, whatever you want, you give me. I trust you. So he came. I gave him the strong medicine. So I have different medicine, for light medicine, strong medicine, for people first timers and people with experience. So we drank, and I gave him this strong black medicine. The medicine knocked him out for like 12 hours. He was like not even moving, just. And then he woke up at night. It was a long evening. I had to work hard to bring him back to senses, you know. And then he went. Then we talked later, and he said, and he called the Wachuma a cosmic surgeon. That was his word. He said that's his experience. He said the Wachuma came, but like knocked me out, and went exactly to the brain, to where he had the migraines, did something, and it's gone. It healed him. He never went to see the surgeon. He never did the operation. we're talking now like 7 years past already. It's a long time to see the results. It was like 2013 or something. So I saved him $10,000 or more, and
his life.
and his life, and cutting. I mean, he was already in his 60s. I mean, you don't know how things going. It's not a joke. I mean, even breaking a bone, it's difficult at that age to heal. But cutting your skull, I mean, exposing your brain out, I mean, that's not a joke. So that was like serious decision for him. So since no migrants, no nothing. He's just living his life, and he actually had another child. After I give him another medicine for 30 days, and then it was like a therapeutic dose, and then after this he had another child. So he's now a father.
That's an amazing story.
So this is a real thing. So this is real thing. So to tell you how it works, who knows? The medicine did something to him, obviously, man.
Obviously.
This is the fact. How? I don't know. So it's very surface that we can say, nervous system, brain chemistry, but really like behind all that, it's just spiritual. It's just something happening on a very deep spiritual level, and that's the healing that we know exists, but we can't explain. That's the truth of it. And actually trying to explain that, it's just trying to name the unnameable. It's like trying to, give name to God. I mean, it's just a mystery,
A beautiful mystery.
Totally.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the retreats here? What do you recommend? Because for me, I'm staying 1 week. I'm doing 3 ceremonies, and it's too short time. It's amazing. Yes. I'm so grateful. But what would you recommend? What's your work here?
In terms of how long people should come?
In terms of what do you recommend for healing? How long should they come? How many ceremonies? Because you heal that guy with only 1 ceremony, right?
Yeah.
But do you recommend more than 1 ceremony?
Well, it's impossible to recommend anything to anyone, because people are different, and different people need different approach, different amount of time, different amount of ceremonies. So there is like a minimum suggestible, like come for 2 weeks just to see what it does to you, see how you resonate, and the result can be done. Obviously, in 1 day you can do a lot, but this is not long enough. I see the real changes in people who come like for a month and more, and we do ceremony every 2 days. So what happens, like, you open up your consciousness, you rest the next day, you do it again, so you really grow within this process, and something happens over time. It's just something you cannot do in a week. It's just not possible, and it's not in the how much you drink. You can't just drink, give me the whole bottle, I'll go home. It's not working like this. It's something with that, you drink, then you digest the experience, you integrate it, and you drink again, and you think about this, and we talk more. Somehow you grow over time. So the more time you spend with the medicine, the more beneficial. But how much each need, it's really impossible to say. It takes a week to settle here. It's like we live in the mountains, 3,000 meters altitude, so it's different air, different pulse of life. So you come here, you need your time to kind of adjust to this peaceful, quiet environment with thin air, and kind of go slowly into it. Because the way I work with the medicine, I never overpower people. I empower people, but not overpower people. We do gradual. So I need to see you. It takes a day to see you, what you need. People have different sensitivities. Some people need more medicine, others very sensitive. So it's an individual work. It's like what you need, what she needs, what he needs. And then we kind of build the next ceremony. It's a build up on the previous one. So, and then I get to know you, and we talk, and we kind of go deeper. So definitely the most you spend, the better. But start from what you can. I mean, even if it's a week, it's good. I mean, you're staying here a week, and
it's been amazing.
So a week is good. It's just like, and that's important thing to add. Like physical healing, I don't advertise as I'm a healer or doing physical healing. I can tell you many physical healing stories that happened, but I treat it as a side effects. This is not what I do. This is not my specialty. My focus is spiritual healing. It's spiritual connection. It's connecting to yourself. It's finding yourself within. It's finding your purpose in life. It's that kind of thing, If you get healing as a result of it, it's a bonus. I will be happy for you. It's great. But this is not what we do, I'm here to help you find your path in life and the clarity you need to live a better, happier life, So that's really the focus. It's spiritual work. And partially because, I came to the medicine after many years of being spiritual seeker, and I'm coming from the Eastern kind of, my background is like Eastern philosophy and stuff. So I was that guy who was looking for enlightenment in somewhere in Himalaya, So I brought all this into the medicine, and I combined this. It's a synergy of ancient Eastern philosophies and the power of the medicine. That's what it is for me. This is the framework I put the medicine in. For me, it's not enough to just give people experience like that, which that usually you get. It's a raw experience, and then you do what you want with it. And sometimes it's so detached from your daily life that it's hard to integrate. So you don't know what to do with it, and it just somehow stays in the archives of your memory. But my work is very focused. We use the medicine to open up your third eye. You can,
in your heart.
In your heart, of course, yes, definitely. Wachuma is a heart medicine, heart consciousness, and it works together with the power of understanding. So I just want you to contemplate your life here. This is the safe environment when you can just have time for yourself in the beautiful mountains, surrounded by inescapable beauty, in silence, and think about your life. Self-reflect is the deepest self-reflection you can have, and you can write about this. And also what Huachuma does, another thing, it's a very creative medicine. It just kind of opens your valve, and it's just flowing. I wrote 3 books here, and I can write 3 more before the year ends, if I have time for this. It's just like you just tap into something, and you just channel this energy through whatever way you want. In my case, it's writing. It just happened that I like writing, and for other people, it can be painting, music, speaking, whatever. It's like the medicine just opens you up and kind of allows you to really achieve your potential. To become what you have, to discover your gifts. And it's very important. So your gifts must be discovered and used. If not, they decaying inside of you and becoming actually poison. It's the medicine that can become a poison if it's unexpressed. That's how I see it.
Thank you very much, Sergey, for what you are doing here. I'm so grateful to be here. And tomorrow we are going to a ceremony, so you will see that. And thank you very much. Thank you, Plant Medicine.
Very welcome, Milagros. Great to have you here. Hello from beautiful Sacred Valley.
we are on our way back from the ceremony. Amazing day.
It's just too beautiful to miss, you know?
Amazing day, Sergey.
Too beautiful to miss.
Thank you so much.
That's what I call an inescapable beauty. You just can't escape this.
No way.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You just look around.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Pure magic.
Ahí está florcitas. Ahí está. Mira, ahí está florcitas dos. Here. You can smell it. You can see them and you can smell it.
We're back from our ceremony today. We're here at Wachuma. It was an amazing day. So full of magic and power. We went to the Waka. Amazing day. I'm so grateful for today. How was your day?
You know, as my first teacher, Howard, was saying, just another day in the office.
Another day in the office.
That was his words.
Amazing.
But I resonate with it a lot, so I feel like I can say it too, you know. But of course, that's just a joke, you know. That's just there is so much more to it that I can't even put it in words. For me, this is just a pure divine love, you know. Pure divine joy, pure clarity, pure connection, pure... I don't even know what to say anymore. You know, I wrote 3 books trying to say,
love.
you know, I wrote 3 books trying to express that, and
Infinite love.
and then I just don't know what to say anymore. You know, it's like, because if I start speaking from my head, of course I will find a lot. But speaking from the heart, it's very simple. It's really what it is. It's just love. Wachuma is love.
That's it.
And magic. That's what it is. And it was for me 15 years ago, and today it's for me in the same exactly way. After 1,000 ceremonies and 15 years of life, of course things are different. But nevertheless, the same freshness, the same sense of beauty, magic, and love are the same as I experienced that first time 15 years ago. It's not something that can be dulled, you know. It's not something that can be put aside and kind of mark as, oh, that was done, you know. This is a lifestyle. This is a way to live your life. This is the state of consciousness that become your routine, you know. But a routine that you love. It's a routine that you never get bored of, you know. It's Huachuma just bring you to the place where happiness is a natural state of being, you know, and we live from that place, and that's what we're trying to do here, to create that safe environment for people where they can experience this, when they can create that memory, so they can carry this through their lives. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are changing lives, definitely.
Thank you.
How was your day?
Awesome.
Awesome.
I feel love everywhere.
What's Wachuma for you?
Love. Only love.
That's it.
Explosion of love.
That's exactly the way it's for me. How was your day?
So yeah, I'm really having the most incredible experience diving deep ceremony by ceremony with this
Because
medicine.
you're here for a long
I'm
time.
staying for a while, yeah, and
writing a book.
yes, Today was incredible, and I'm just constantly in amazement at how every day is somehow the deepest day.
Every day is better.
And I realize more about myself, and I'm in this creative process that's so blissful and ecstatic, and I didn't realize that kind of energy was possible.
Mhm.
But I'm seeing that the medicine's bringing it out of me. It's my natural state. It's like, this is who I am.
Of course.
And sharing the story of my life as I'm now like focusing my energy in the medicine towards this project, it's so it's just so blissful, and it's like the inspiration I've always looked for in my life, and purpose.
And what's Wachuma for you?
It's everything, and love, and meaning. Love, yeah.
Meaning of life.
Meaning, it's understanding. It's self-understanding. It's peace. It's a deep love of myself and life and others, and just
Just
all of it.
love.
And it's really ecstatic and blissful and exciting.
Thank you.
creative.
Thank you, Plant Medicine. And don't forget to put like to the video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram. Thank you.
And come drink medicine with us.
And come drink medicine with Sergey in this amazing, amazing place. Hope you enjoyed the video.
Love from Sacred Valley, guys. Thank you.
Love. Much love.